The Ping i530 Player's distance iron is engineered to produce more distance via tech that includes a hollow body design and flexible forged face. At the same time, it sports a blade-style compact head. This iron is designed to launch the ball higher with more carry, but also provide consistency and reliability. In this video, we'll conduct a comprehensive and concise review of the i530 iron. We'll explore how it performs in key performance categories, how it compares to other iron models, which type of golfer it's best suited for, and if it's actually worth putting in the bag. Full disclosure: unless otherwise indicated, stock shafts and stock grips are used when we evaluate clubs. In most cases, the golf clubs reviewed by Golfstead are acquired temporarily for testing purposes and are not purchased. The review that follows is based on the personal experience and research of the author. Because everyone's swing and body are different, results with a particular club may differ from person to person. For a more detailed review of this club, we recommend checking out our blog post linked in the description. First up is the consensus. The i530 iron won a gold medal on the Golf Digest 2025 Hot List and enjoys wide praise from critics and consumers, with a 4.9 out of 5 rating on the official Ping website. In terms of positives, people like the outstanding distance, high trajectories with great stopping power, surprisingly good forgiveness, exceptional wedge control, and responsive feel. On the other hand, when it comes to negatives, the feel is too firm for some, and some people dislike the stock shaft. Now let's summarize some of the key features of the i530 iron. The i530 has a hollow body construction, which promotes a rebound effect off the face that leads to higher ball speeds and more distance. The lofts throughout the set complement this design to ensure high trajectories and a high degree of stopping power into greens. The body is made of 17-4 stainless steel, while a C300 miraging steel face, forged and very flexible, further contributes to face flexion at impact for added distance. A thinner back wall, enabled by a new machining technique, redistributes weight for more forgiveness. Precision-milled Micromax grooves are more numerous and have tighter spacing, producing more consistent spin and launch performance. The center of gravity is lower and more aligned with the most common impact point on the face. Plus, an internal polymer in the head improves sound and feel, and a tungsten toe screw and shaft tip weights allow for fine-tuning swing weight. The i530 iron comes in the 4-iron through the utility wedge. The stock shaft is the true temper dynamic gold mid. Ping offers an array of other steel and graphite shaft options, including the Ping Alta CB Black, KBS Tour, UST Mamiya Recoil Dart, and Ping AWT 2.0. The stock grips are the Golf Pride Tour Velvet 360, Tour Velvet Cord, and Lambkin UTX Lite. The specs of the iron are shown in the image on your screen and can alternatively be viewed in the written review linked in the description. Next, let's look at the actual performance of the i530 iron. This iron ranks at or near the top in its category when it comes to ball speeds and distance. Moreover, Ping has balanced the flight characteristics to increase carry and descent angles. This means less club than you would normally use. Based on our testing, we would rate the forgiveness of the i530 as very good. It's somewhere between the i240 and the G440. Where forgiveness is strongest is in ball speed retention on mishits. In our test with the 7-iron, distance loss from mishits did not exceed 8% of our optimal distance. The i530 irons produce a solid mid-launch, not too low, not too high. Spin is also mid, as is apex height. The irons are excellent when it comes to control, stopping power, and consistency. We never felt like we couldn't stop the ball coming into greens. Turf interaction is smooth, and workability is solid. Next up are the looks. The i530 irons, in our view, have the perfect look for a player's distance iron. The top line has just a little bit of extra thickness in a nod to its game improvement qualities. But the blade length is modest, and the sole is on the narrower side. In addition, the offset is quite minimal, although marginally greater than on a model like the i240. The aesthetic is sleek, classic, and traditional, while the milled back and satin finish add a premium touch. What about sound and feel? The i530 iron feels crisp and responsive at impact. The forged face gives some degree of softness to the strike, but we would consider the overall feel to be more firm than soft. Some won't be too fond of this, but you can't please everyone. While the feel is a little firmer than some would like, the impact sound is relatively quiet and somewhat low-pitched, reminiscent of a forged player's iron. We found this sound to be consistent across the face. To sum up this review, the Ping i530 does everything you would expect a player's distance iron to do, and it excels in this task. There isn't much to criticize, although it's worth noting that the focus on maximizing distance means some sacrifices in other areas, namely spin, workability, and launch. These irons are best suited for low and mid handicappers looking for the best in distance and forgiveness, along with consistency, control, and slim looks. Evaluating the i530 based on distance, forgiveness, playability, looks, sound, and feel, we give it a score of 9.4 out of 10. Check out the blog post linked in the description for more details. If you're interested in checking out the i530 irons and potentially making a purchase, we have included links in the description below to some of the best places to buy them. Click them to check current availability and pricing. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want to share your personal experience with the i530 irons, feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you're notified as soon as a new video drops. Until next time.